friends with this Wheelcat for I don't know, 10 years now, close to it.
Maybe. Probably. It's been at least 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Definitely been at least 10 years. Maybe like 12.
Because we started, we hung out at the Vampire LARP, didn't we? Was it before that?
Yeah. Holiday and LARP. That was my first time I hung out with anybody in the group.
Dude, if that's the case, I think that was like 2006 or 7. No, maybe it was a little later. But it wasn't much later.
It would have been 2007.
Okay.
2007. No, it would have been actually 2000. Yeah, maybe early 2007, late 2006.
Yeah.
When I started hanging out with everybody. So that was 15 years ago. Oh my god. Jeez, man.
You're old.
Well, I am old. We're all old. What happened?
I'm not old.
Yeah, it's true. You're the one member of the group that just doesn't age.
I mean, I age.
You look the same.
No, I don't.
No, you look the exact. Yeah, that happened to me like 10 years ago. So.
So.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your gaming experience.
Yeah, I started gaming in 2000 and I guess 2004. No, probably about 2003. I was 16. Anyway, I was 16, and I started a job, and at the job, people were like introduced me to. They invited me to come game with them, and they were playing Second Ed D&D. So that was the game I cut my teeth on as a half elf.
Nice.
And which I played me.
Yeah.
I like to roll dice. But it was a really cool group, man, and I think that it's crazy. I look back at that moment, like getting that D&D game changed like my entire life because it got me into gaming, and like now the majority of my friends have come from game groups, that I've been part of. So it's just kind of crazy to think about how like one decision to go play a role-playing game, a tabletop role-playing game can like change your life.
Oh yeah.
But I got into that D&D, yeah. And then after that, I got into Masquerade, and never still going back.
Nice. I love you,
Yeah.
Thora. Thank you.
Chat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. You know Casey? You don't know Casey. You don't know Casey at all. Emyris.
I don't know. I only heard about Casey yesterday. Emyris.
Talk.
Yeah. So, if you've watched the live stream previous to this, my gaming experience is heavily in the video game world. Probably for about
1,000 years.
Yeah, 1,000 years. I started with D&D Online, and then went to World of Warcraft, dabbled in some League of Legends and Albion and all that good stuff, and was just never able to make it into the tabletop world. I just couldn't find somebody to teach me. I couldn't find a group willing to, let me in, if you will. So I just stayed around the fringes, peeking in for years until I met this guy. Well, started hanging out with this guy, and finally found a group that was willing to bring me up in the gaming, the tabletop world, and I have not looked back. It's been awesome. What?
Nothing.
That's like I was talking to my wife about this the other day. It's like crazy to think about, like, it was like 06, 07 when I joined the Holiday Inn LARP, and like I found that LARP by like Googling at the time, like LARP selection. I found like some Yahoo group that they'd started, whatever.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Think about like now, like the idea of going to like a group that already exists and joining is like nerve-wracking just thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
So it can be really difficult to like get into a game somewhere if you don't have a group.
Yeah, especially if you don't know how it works yet. I feel like they're a lot less likely to be willing to take you in.
Yeah. 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 So when you were doing MMOs and stuff, did you ever play Tor, the Old Republic?
No, but I have a few friends that have been really trying to get me down that rabbit hole. It might be time.
That was fun. It's on Steam, I think.
Is it? Steam's having a sale right now too.
I don't know anything about any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of KOTOR.
I never got it.
I played. I didn't play KOTOR.
Like the MMO.
I never played it.
Yeah, I never. Yeah.
You guys play WoW? I don't play WoW. Thoreau's talking about WoW.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course you played WoW. That's why I love you so much. PS4. Okay. So you're a gamer too. Welcome to the gaming chat. I didn't actually know that you played WoW.
I don't know anything about video games. My last console, that's right, console was a Super Nintendo.
It's been a while.
Yeah, hey, you know what?
Okay.
That's probably one of the best. I was in a discussion the other day with somebody over like what the best systems are. Super Nintendo's definitely up there.
Yeah, supposedly they actually still have their value. Like you can actually buy a Super Nintendo for I want to say like $80-100 or something.
Yeah,
You know, and it's
back.
crazy old. That and like old school like actual arcade games. I never got into. I mean, a couple of my buddies and I played Halo, and I played a few of those, but I just don't know. I did play some computer stuff. I played StarCraft, a bunch of the RTSs. I did.
Oh, dude, I totally forgot about StarCraft until you just said that.
Boom.
Wow.
Command and Conquer.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I did those things. But when it comes to like League and all that bullshit, I didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't really get into League all that well. I'm really a fan of games that have some decent lore. And that's why World of Warcraft has kept me around for so long, because it's just so complex and the storylines can be just so amazing.
Well, Warcraft, I played Warcraft 2, and then Warcraft 3, and when WoW came out, I was like, what the? They made it 3D.
Well, pretty much, you know.
But before that, actually not before that, I didn't get into like tabletop gaming, as in tabletop RPGs, until, I had a college degree. Like straight up, like I made fun of people that played.
Yeah.
So what was the first game you played?
Technically, it was second ed D&D when I was 12. I played one game, and when I say one game, it wasn't even a game. It was about 20 minutes, and it was a bunch of dudes, and they were like, "You want to play a character?" And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what that means, but all right, I'll do it." And I made a girl, like a she-elf, who had Baraka arms from Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And the first scene, they were like, all the she-elves get killed in the village while the male elves are hunting. And I was like, wait. I'm gender bending. Apparently, I didn't even know that was a term.
Yeah.
I was like, at 12.
You were non-binary before it was cool.
Right, in the 90s. And, they were like, oh, yeah, you're dead. I was like, actually, they said, well, you're raped and dead. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go rollerblade outside, you losers. And I fucking left.
Yeah.
And I didn't play again until I was probably 24 or 5 before I played again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, man, it's crazy. I think about, Second Ed's, I think, an awesome intro game, and I like that, I guess it's because of Stranger Things, I don't know, but so many people getting into D&D again nowadays. Cool.
Critical Role, Stranger Things, man, D&D's blowing up. In a good way, you know.
Yeah. I think the YouTube channels that kind of like have the satirical spoofs of D&D are really helping too.
But it's funny because you can't really get that humor unless you play the games, right? Or maybe you can. Maybe
I think you can because so many other games riff off of D&D.
Right.
Like I got a lot of D&D references just because I play WoW and just because I read the Dritz books.
Yeah, Dritz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forgotten Realms and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the things we were talking about, I think, last time is Emyris was talking about how she knew all about Dritz and what drow were and all these things. And I was like, well, dude, you know all about Dungeons and Dragons. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff out there that kind of lends to the game, whether or not you're aware of it.
Absolutely.
Also, Thora, Lord of the Rings games are awesome.
I mean,
What'd you say?
The Neverwinter Nights. That was a great PC game. Based on that was set essentially in D&D.
So What was I gonna say? So that's how we all got our start. I think the next game I played was probably 3.5, Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, and that's where I would have cut my teeth. And then I got into Vampire Requiem, not Masquerade. Yeah, the first one I played was Requiem, and I didn't play tabletop until, I mean, I only played LARP stuff. It was a long time before I played tabletop Vampire.
It can be tough to play Vampire tabletop after having only done it in a LARP.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah, big time.
But I think Vampire the Requiem is a really tough tabletop game. I've been in a really, really, really good one with Megan Reese, who I think you guys know, obviously.
Yeah, she's on a
fantastic Requiem game. Oh, cool. Hey, Megan.
Oh, she's not on right now, but she's usually on.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, anyway, she ran a really good one, but I've been in some really bad ones. Vampire the Masquerade.
I'm pretty sure we've run some bad ones.
I know I have. It's just different with the sex and the all the extra sex and different stuff they add to the game. It just makes it difficult to have a group. Whereas Masquerade, I think, is perfect for tabletop.
Perfect. Masquerade's awesome. I'm in a Masquerade game remote right now, and a lot of the guys, they're, from what I understand, their backgrounds are more of the D&D, and it's taken them some time to get used to how different of a game it is, and playing remotely in and of itself is different,
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so go on.
No, you're good.
What I was going to say is I'm going to put down my little minutes so I can chop this up later.
Oh, smart. Great.
So we have a few topics to discuss today. And, we don't have to talk about all of them. We can talk about some of them. And we're going to probably be a little bit borderline elitist on some of this stuff.
Oh, my.
So, question I want to ask both of you